But yeah, last week in Houston, Sedataious, Darnell, Isaac, y'all in H Town right now. Y'all had to kind of go through those snowy storms, bro. Like, how y'all doing? How y'all recouping? Like, what was that time like? Starting with Sedataious.
Um, Bro, you already know how I felt. I called you multiple times, pissed off, angry, enraged. I really, honestly, I don't know who to be mad at. Um, Everybody wants me to believe that I should be mad at ERCOT or I should be mad at Texas officials. But honestly, I just feel like whoever it is or whatever it is or whoever they are, I just feel like there was an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And what's come out is that decisions were made and people's lives were played with because of money, because of, discounted rates and stuff like that. And so, I'm really just hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like the state that we love and we all call home would mismanage our lives like that. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's just all fucked up. It's just a fucked up situation down here in Texas. And not to jab anybody or anything like that, but with Texas being red, so it's only so much a person can feel. Now I know, like, I don't want to like blame, what I'm saying, a certain type of party. That's not what I'm trying to do. But you know what I'm saying? It almost feels like, bro, like, come on, man, do y'all care about us or not? So my water is still not on. Me can't take a shower. Got to take whole baths at friends' places, but it is what it is. The lights back on, so thank the Lord for that. So I try not to complain, man. I just try to make the best of it. So I mean, that's all you really can do, So yeah, a lot of people, had worse than me, and my shit was pretty bad. So when I think about that, I can't help but, saying just thank God that it didn't get any worse than it could have. Oh, that's it. I'm done. Anybody raise their hand? Nobody raised their hand.
Hey, Sedataious, is it fair or not fair? Because I know when we was talking about it, it was just like laughing. It's like talk about on the pod, like shout out to Joe, and hopefully Joe's like healed up since.
Oh yeah. Oh my man. So my brother fell. My brother fell through the ceiling. He was
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Tell them about after he fell. What playlist that you tend to be
no, I
listening
was finna
to?
run it. I was finna run through it. I was finna run through it.
All
So
right.
my brother fell through the ceiling, and so of course he fell, but he's okay. He's okay. But he was walking on the beams trying to figure out where the leak was coming from, and one of them beams was too slippery, and his foot slipped off, and the only thing under him was that ceiling, and he went straight through it. But afterwards, he was cleaning up. All of a sudden, I just decided to start playing No Ceilings by Lil Wayne. That was just like, rockstar lifestyle might not make it. So it was a thing. It was funny as fuck. I enjoyed it, and it brightened up the day. It really did. You should have brought that up. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. But we got FEMA coming in to try to assist people, and this is really like the fastest FEMA has ever moved. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all not blaming us again. Y'all get y'all ass out there and help them niggas.
How was it for you, Darnell?
Honestly, man, a blessing, but it was a tough blessing. I started to say, man, to everybody in Texas, I believe we stood Texas strong as we could. We are not built for snow. And I mean, we went to a point of, we have poor insulation in the house, which is the only fault in the house, at least in my opinion. And it whooped our ass. It got to a certain point where I took a nap, I woke up, and I barely breathed, and I've seen so much of my own breath, so much. I went to use the restroom, and the steam would consistently come up like I was brewing tea. I changed my son's diaper, it's steam coming from it. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, I was blessed. Like, my sink was okay, my toilet was okay, cold as hell. Well, cold as ice, but at the end of the day, it was, manageable. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple of social media photos and everything that was just like, damn, ceilings and sinks are over frozen and toilet seats are like. But no, yeah, man, it was it was, we made it, man. Honestly, I felt like we got the light end of it. I can't say we got the short end at all. Not even close.
Gotcha. How many days were you without power?
I was 28 hours. I was counting them hours, baby. 28 hours.
28 hours without power. Okay. Gotcha. What about you?
That's
Sedataious.
Say it again, brother.
Well, how many days or how long were you without power?
It went in and out for like 4 days, honestly.
No.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. The first day, like, I went fucking crazy because I woke up. So Monday morning, I wake up, bro. It's like my power withstood the snow throughout the night. I wake up and it's just loaded with snow everywhere. So now it's like daylight, like sun shining, and all of a sudden my power goes out. And so I'm like, hold the fucking phone. Like, typically the rain is fucking coming down and it's thundering and lightning, and then the power go out and you ain't tripping because in the morning when it start raining, they'll get out here, they'll fix it, be back on. But bro, for it to snow as hard as it did, it has snowed that hard after that. You know what I'm saying? It snowed a little bit to add it to what it was, but from Sunday to Monday, that was like the mother load. You know what I'm saying? So with all that snow coming down, and my power was able to withstand it, but in the daytime, y'all cut my shit off, and then my shit was off all day until 11 o'clock that night. No, I lied. It was off all day. We had to go to sleep with the lights off. Woke up, the lights were still off, and they put them back on at 11 o'clock that night. And I'm like, I don't get it. So then I go to work, bro. I go to work like Monday, and I go across the freeway, you know what I'm saying, to the Heights, $1 million neighborhood. And I'm working in the lady cable. And she's like, and I'm like, so when did your power come back on? She's like, oh, we never lost power. Our power was fine. She's like, we lost water, but we didn't lose power. And so I'm like, how the fuck, bro? I just, like I said, don't know who to be mad at. You just know that there's an agenda. There's some foul play somewhere up in here.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not in Texas. I'm not in Houston. I'm in Maryland. But I am one of the more political guys on the podcast, and I am the in-house right winger. So I do want to say I know on a few of our earlier podcasts we talked about the necessity of voting and how important it is and stuff like that. But one thing I do want to say is voting local. I think I said it last time we talked about voting. Voting local. Decisions like decisions that were made prior to this affect events like this. And so, but also too, I would say this. I would ask that everyone listen to both sides of the argument about what happened, about why this happened in Texas. Someone who I think actually does a pretty good job of explaining it, a lot of stuff. Representative Dan Crenshaw. He's a congressman from Texas. He is a Republican, but he does a good job on climate stuff. There's a difference between the right and the left when they're understanding of climate change and what to do about it. And that discrepancy is why there's different understanding of why this happened. So the argument that people in Texas were just trying to save money to this is why it happened. Sure, but if they would have spent more money, your the state wasn't paying for that. The customers were paying for that. All right, so your energy bill would have been a lot higher. It wasn't the state saving money. Second though, the argument between renewable energy and gas and oil energy and stuff like that, natural gas and stuff. That different argument there is why I would just say look into it. That should give you some answers there. So this also too recognizing, I don't know when the last time Texas got this cold. Y'all live there, so I don't know if Texas gets this cold every winter, but
you got like 23 in and out on the years, 23, 24. That's about as cold as it ever gets.
Right. It ain't snowed like this since I was a little boy.
Gotcha. So
ooh, snow like this or just snow, bro?
No, snow like this. Snow like this.
Ooh,
no,
man,
snow. We've had snow throughout the years. I'll give you that. We've had snow.
Yeah.
But
we had like
it hadn't been this cold though. All right. So you have a once in a while event happens and the grid shuts off.
Mother Nature is undefeated, as we all know.
So what was said is Texas was told in '98 that they need to join the grid that everyone else is on, and then they were again told in '11 that they needed to join. So my question is, the only question I have for the powers that be is, why not? So why not make it to where it's feasible for you guys as higher officials and for us as the customers to be able to integrate something that would, in the event, you know what I'm saying, just on some stay ready so you don't have to get ready, in the event, to have those things in place. So once the power grid starts to oversurge and everything like that, we already good to go. We already got those things in place. It's just the flip of a switch from there on. That's my question. Why not already have these things in place? Why wait now to where we have to point fingers to be like, oh, well, it's actually their fault. Oh no, it's actually their fault. Oh, actually, we have to do this and we have to do that. Like that's what makes it like fucked up, in my opinion, in my honest opinion.
True indeed. Again, Mother Nature is undefeated. Do like Coach Johnson told y'all, go do your own research. Don't just let the media feed you with who he say, she say, they say.